Hello. Hey, y'all. I'm going to give it a second. I'll let people show up. Probably not anybody is going to show up. I don't know why I'm like this. I don't know why I'm so silly. I can't help it. It's this full moon. It's this full moon, y'all. All right. I need to talk to you guys, especially the moms. That's why this is Mommy Me Time. Hey, Olivia. I need to talk to y'all because you should also know there's going to be cussing, like, because I am up to here. This fucking full moon. What? I told you. I just told you I was going to say it. Don't get all offended. For a while, I didn't know it was the full moon. And all of my friends all my astrologically minded friends that are about to get real offended that I'm pissed off at the full moon, y'all should just go. Just go right now so that I don't break your hearts. Just go. Because I didn't know that it was the full moon that was fucking around with my kids. I didn't know that that was how it worked. It took me a really long time. I wasn't even the one that figured it out. My mother-in-law was the one that figured it out. Hi, Cindy. I love you. I'm sorry. It's tax season. Yeah, my mother-in-law was the one that figured it out because I would keep, like, once a month, I would be on Facebook, like, why won't they sleep? Why are they talking? Why are they like this? Why do I hate them? Rah, 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 once a month, every month, right? And you'd think, patriarchy would make you think, oh, she was on her period. That's what it was. No, 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 no. No, it was not me. It was these actual children. My children are werewolves. My children, the full moon comes out and they're just like, it's not good, y'all. Hi, Jasmine. Come get your girl. I don't mean me. I mean Rory. Come get her. Come get her. Not kidding. Please. Please. I don't know if it is that their room is somehow lighter and it's harder for them to sleep. They have blackout curtains, so that shouldn't be it. I don't know if it is like the pull between the earth and the moon, and my kids are just super sensitive to it. I don't know what it is. I do know that it is every single month. And as I was complaining about it, one time my mother-in-law said, hey, maybe it's the full moon. My mom said that we were always a mess every full moon. And I was all of a sudden was like, the clouds parted and the sun came down because it was her fault. Yes, it's her fault. This is not me. This is not a me thing. This is a Ewing thing. This is a Ewing blood that made my kids go super crazy nutso every full moon. But what I do now, because y'all know me and my plans and my, I can't just see a problem and like let the problem just sit there. I have to do something about the problem. So I started tracking it, and I put a lunar calendar on my Google Calendar. So I started tracking it. And yes, my children do turn evil around the full moon every month. Once I knew that that's what it was that was going on and I could prepare it, like I go to bed early. I try not to cook, so I'm not like stressed out. I'm like, no, you want a cheese stick? Have a cheese stick. You want to have yogurt for dinner? Have yogurt for dinner. Like, I'm not fighting you. Crazy demon child that has possessed my, basically nice child for 2 days every month. Oh, no, 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 no. I back up and I back off of everything because I know that they're just going to be evil and there's nothing I can do about it. So there's no point in me trying, right? There's no point in me trying to be this perfect mom, or trying to be this amazing mother during these 2 days of hell that happen every month. There's really literally no point. Last night, what I woke up to was mom, dad, mom, dad, mom, dad, mom, brother. That was Rory. And then Andrew woke up because she was just screaming. And they just chatted for a while. I did not go in there. Adam did not go in there. We did not go in there. You don't mess around with the full moon. You don't go in there on a full moon. You don't do that. Who does that? Rookies. We are not rookies. So we did not go into that room. You don't mess around with the full moon. I know that you're all laughing at me, but I also know that there are some of you that are sitting out there that are like, wait a minute, maybe this is why my kids are evil every month. Jasmine just posted a full moon in the comments. Why are you like this? Where's the support? Where's the love? What? Just rubbing the full moon in my face. And then today, of course, it's a full moon, a super moon, a blood moon, and the eclipse. Somebody better be praying for me. One of you better be praying for me. I don't even care what religion you pray in. I don't care. Somebody better. Okay, I am going to read some comments and see if it is really just me. It is a thing. It is a thing. See, doctors and nurses know about this. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you. Lauren's got my back. Doctors and nurses know that this is a thing. ER docs know that this is a thing. Firefighters and EMTs. Come on. This is a real thing. Sammy said, I sat on the bathroom floor last night and cried when I realized it was a full moon. See? I was relieved that my kid isn't just an asshole, but that the full moon is taken over. Yes, that is what it is. Your kid is not an asshole. Your kid does not actually hate you. Your child that you had 3 days ago is still there. It's just been, I don't know. We could make a zombie movie about like kids and the full moon. Somebody could do that. Somebody who has time. Somebody that's not a mom who actually has time to write shit could do that because it's real. You can't fight the moon. I know, but I want to fight the moon, Jasmine. Like I want to physically, like I'm pissed. I want to fight the moon. And they do call it lunacy for a reason. Yes. Okay, so you guys should all know, y'all should all know that my friend Joseph is watching this. He's having twins. His wife is having twins. I feel like you should run away, Joe. I don't feel like you need to know this yet. I feel like there are some parental things that you just shouldn't know about until you're in it. Until it's actually happening. I don't want to scare you. Jasmine is not worried about the kids and the full moon. She's worried about these adults. But see, yeah, the difference between you and me is I don't leave my house, so I don't have to deal with the adults. I don't care. I don't care about them. I don't care. Quite honestly, y'all, I mean, as much as I love you, I don't even really care about your kids and the full moon. I'm just trying to survive my kids and the full moon. I'm sorry that I'm a terrible person. I'm sorry. I feel real bad about it. I don't. I'm just trying to survive. LaTanya's here. LaTanya, I want to know about Sarah. I want to know, did Sarah have full moon effects? Tanya, you got to tell me. You got to let me know. Olivia said, yes, that's me. How have I never thought of the damn moon? Almost 13 flipping years in, and I never, ever thought of the moon. Honey, it wasn't me. I didn't think of the moon. Like I said, it was my mother-in-law. And she, I think, only thought of it because her mother had said what a pain in the ass they all were growing up every full moon. So I think it was seeded in her head. So it wasn't even really her, it wasn't even really my mother-in-law. It was, my grandmother-in-law. Is that a thing? Is grandmother-in-law a real thing? Oh my goodness. Okay. So Joseph, I think you need to have, your class is writing answers to discussion questions. I thought you were writing the discussion questions right now, and I was going to tell you to write one about the full moon. Just slip it in there somehow. I don't know, for some reason. You teach, what is it, creative writing, or is it English lit? It is something with words. I think it's lit. It's lit, right? It's lit. I remember puns around lit. But yes, adults who act like kids during the full moon are assholes. Yes, because the kids can't control it. Adults, you know. Yeah. Okay, see? All right. Oh, Megan, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about births. Megan is a doula, and she was saying that every month she holds her breath and hopes that all the babies don't try to come out in the same 48-hour window, because obviously as a doula, you can only be in one place at a time. You cannot be with all of the mamas that could possibly need you all at the same time. I didn't even think about that because I was so wrapped up in trying to survive. It's like Hunger Games, or more like Maze Runner, because you have to figure out the whole, I don't know if you guys have read Maze Runner. Am I the only one that reads books, like 12-year-old adventure books for kids, for like tweens and teens? Is that just me? That's normal? It's totally normal. Self-care. But yes, trying to figure out this whole moon thing reminded me a lot of Maze Runner. Please don't watch the Maze Runner movies. They're horrible. Just read the books. Don't watch the movies. They're terrible. They're terrible. Ooh, ooh. Ah, see? Okay. I'm telling you, it wasn't even you. Okay, Joseph, it was not you. It was not you. It was not your wife. It was those babies. It was those babies. And because there's two of them, they can already gang up on you. Like, I didn't have two kids to gang up on me until Rory was born, but you're starting right out the gate. Whew, man. Yes, Jasmine. I do care about, yes, it's just Addie. Okay, see, one full moon, Jasmine's daughter shaved the front of her head. Why? Why do they do this? Why are they like this? And okay, how can we stop them? Y'all, I'm so serious. How can we stop them? How can we Okay, toddler boarding school really does need to be a thing. I'm not kidding. I would pay so much money. I don't have any money, y'all. I got $0. I would find some money. I would find some money for toddler boarding school. Okay, so Erica has crazy unicorn children. Erica has moon unicorn children that have been great. And she hasn't had full moon stuff, but Erica felt the need to just be all up in my feed, like, my kids are awesome. Okay, I see you. That's the face that you get. That's what you get. Shh, just shush. Just shush. Just shush. Erica. I feel betrayed right now. All right. Joseph, I hope you have not been laughing this whole time while your kids have been trying to write. Oh my God, Sammy, there's a real toddler boarding school. I can't click on that link right now because I'm actually doing this live. But I'm telling y'all, you don't know. So all of a sudden, all of my prices for coaching and everything is going to skyrocket so that I can afford to send my kid to, it'll be like $1,000 an hour. Thank you very much, because Graham has to send her toddler to toddler boarding school, and that's my professional voice. That's what just happened. She said she just felt like she needed to. She just felt like she needed to shave her head. She is a witch. Yeah. Okay, here's the thing that everyone needs to know about LaTanya. Everyone. LaTanya will support your children in all of their worst impulses. Her comment that she just made as we were having this discussion of the way that Addie shaved her head during a full moon, this is LaTanya's comment. I get this. I shaved the front of my head in elementary school to try and even out my hairline. Makes total sense. No, that is not what we need. And LaTanya is sitting at the far end of the motherhood spectrum. Her daughter is in college. She's not in this. She's not in the head. She's not. So she just comes in here. She does this with Rory all the time, all the time. This is why I'm salty. This is why. It's not just this one comment. She has a history. She has a history of supporting your children and doing the things that you're like, no, I'm trying to get them to stop doing that. And she's like, but it's fun. No. No, she got grandma disease. That's what it is. She's got grandma disease. She's not even a grandma yet. She just thinks that they're all perfect and wonderful. No. No, 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 no. Hey, Scott. Scott is here. Scott is going to roll his eyes and walk away real soon when he realizes that we're talking about why our children are all crazy on the full moon. He's going to be like, what did I stumble into? What am I doing here? Why is this happening? Oh, but Scott is a writer, and Scott could write this. Okay, I have a project for you, sir. I hope you're still here because I have a project for you. Because here's the truth. This is what actually happens. Everybody's children, not Erica's, everybody else's children go a little crazy every full moon. So then what you end up having is all of these parents, mostly moms, but all parents, okay, parents, right? Wandering around for 2 or 3 days, confused and scared and pissed off, and they don't know why. They don't know what's going on. There is a horror movie in that, sir. You call Stephen King. There's a thing. There's a movie in that. There's a book, there's a short story, there's a something. There is a something in that about the moon turning all of our children crazy and our children in turn turning all of us crazy. Maybe aliens are using the moon to control us. I don't know, but there's something in there. And I'm not really a writer the way that you're a writer, so you should do it. You all need to know that all of this that's happening right now, that was my first sip of coffee. So all of this is decaffeinated. Yeah. Okay, but if you actually pay attention to ancient thought about the moon, astrological stuff about the moon, if you actually once I started trying to pay attention to the moon, because to see and try and figure out if it really was what was driving my kids nuts, I started to track it. And I started to do something that's part of my self-care now. That's kind of, I don't know, a little wooey, whatever you want to call it. I do, at every new moon, set my intentions for the next month. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to accomplish. This is what I'm focused on. And at every full moon, what I am letting go. I just write it out. I just make a journal entry. And so it is, I call it ritual because I sit in the same place and I have my same pen and I do, it's a thing. But it could just work as self-care for all of us to regularly stop, especially the parents that are on here, to regularly stop and think about what do we want to be bringing into our lives and focusing on in the next month. And then to regularly stop and think about what do we want to be letting go of. And to give yourself some time between those two things, right? So you could do this whenever you want. You could do this on the 1st and the 15th of the month. You don't have to follow a lunar calendar or lunar cycles or, it is a really great practice that can be really supportive and really helpful in your life and in your parenting, no matter when you do it. I do it. New moon is intention because a new moon is the rebirth of the moon where she is coming back to life, right? So that's when I set the intentions of, hey, this month is not going to suck. This is how it's going to not suck. Because I'm super spiritual, y'all. And then the new moon is, this is all the bullshit that I'm leaving behind. And this is how I'm going to do it. Again, because I'm super spiritual. And so that's literally the way I write it out too. That's the way I write it out. So yes. Oh, Erica includes her kids in the new moon ritual. Oh, yay. Yeah. Yes. See, it's not just me. Teachers are scared shitless on a full moon. They all understand. They understand. Yeah. This is a real thing. And the more I think about it, the more it makes sense to me because the full moon is the peak. The full moon is the climax. The full moon is the ultimate. It is the most moon that the moon will ever be, right? So I think what ends up happening is that people are the most, whatever, I am the most Graham on these these few days, which is just amazing for all of you. But Erica is the most Erica, and Kelly is the most Kelly. And when you're an adult and you can kind of control those things and you can channel those things, all right, cool. When you're a kid, being the most is a thing, y'all. It's a thing. It's a thing, and it's scary, and it makes me want to run away from home. So I wrote about this in the Mom Center this morning. I posted every Wednesday. I try to post a self-care resource. We have a section of the Mom Center that is resources, and anyone can post anything in there. So this is where, like, you put, the cool book that you read, or the podcast, or the website, or the idea that you had, or the thing that you do, recipes, anything that could be a resource for somebody else. I try to post in there every week. Just to keep it, we just got started. We haven't even reached a month of being open and being a thing yet. So I try to seed each of our little sections with some cool stuff. And today I wrote about the full moon and kind of how you can bring those rituals, the new moon and full moon rituals, into your life as a parent, as a mom, as a person. And use them to focus on yourself, right? So if you have a journaling practice, if what you do is journal on a regular basis, then you can put those prompts in there. What do I want to bring in, and what do I want to let go of? Because it's really hard to bring in anything new. I am really focused on making more space in my life for myself this week. It's really hard to make that space and push my arms out in a packed full life. Something's got to go. Something's got to give. Something has to get shed, right? So it's not as much for me religious or spiritual as it is cyclical and practical. But it can be religious and spiritual for you. It can be just practical. It can be a mixture of the two. It can be whatever you need it to be. So, there's comments. I don't know why this happens, y'all, but all of a sudden on my side, there's like 30 comments that you guys left. and then everything freezes and it just doesn't happen. It's just how Facebook is. So if I am not replying to you, it's not that I am ignoring you. Yes. So yeah, Wynn, get back to it. Do it. There's so many people right now that are manifesting this and manifesting that, and I get it. I'm a little more practical. I'm just going to go do the work. But I do like to set intentions. For my actions, if this is why I am doing everything. And Megan, the leaving the bullshit behind piece can be more powerful than the setting intention piece, because it's really easy to focus on the things that we want and the things that we want to do, the things that we want to focus on, the things that we want to bring in. Those are kind of always in our head. Those are kind of always there. Really focusing on intentionally shedding things, intentionally letting things go, letting things roll off of our back, letting things not weigh us down, moving on from things and saying, no, you don't get to be a part of my life anymore. Then the things that you want to have happen, they naturally have room. I call it weeding your garden. You got to get the crap out, because there is a certain amount of soil, a certain amount of water, sunlight, and nutrients. Those are set. You can't really do a lot to change those things in your life. You can eat a little bit better. You can get to sleep a little bit earlier. You can take vitamins. You can exercise. You can, but there's kind of parameters around that for how much energy you have. Where you have complete and instant control is, I'm weeding this person out. I'm weeding this activity out. I'm weeding this worry out. I am weeding this relationship out. I am pulling it out by the root, and I am throwing that shit away. That is instant, and instantly creates more room for everything else, right? That relationship that has become toxic, that is sucking up all of the oxygen from everything else, rip that sucker out, throw it out by the roots, and watch how everything else starts to expand and starts to bloom. If we're sticking with the garden metaphor, right? It's good stuff. It's good stuff. And the full moon is a really great time to do that. Your kids are already pissing you off, right? Because they've already turned into monsters. Everybody is going a little nuts. So it's a really good time to just be like, no, screw it. I'm done. I'm letting you go. Yeah, it's good timing. Yes, Sarah, this really does explain why your kid is being an asshole. This is the explanation. Somebody needs to do like a study or something on this, so that I have numbers to back me up. Somebody, not me, somebody that's not me, because I don't do numbers, but somebody else needs to, yes, needs to do that. Kelly doesn't sleep during the full moon either. I'm sorry, hon. I don't sleep during the full moon because my kids don't, but I've never had a problem before, before my uterus made children. I wasn't there. My uterus just did it. I had no say in the matter. It just happened. Yeah. The self-care box did have really awesome journal prompt cards in their December box. Tara made those herself because she's fabulous. I adore her. She made them herself, just so you all know. And you can go to self-care box. Oh crap, is it selfcarebox.com? Somebody find the link. Sarah, find the link. You can go to their website and you can purchase just the cards, which is really cool. So yeah, yes. And letting go can be really hard, Megan. Yes, it can be really hard. And practicing that monthly can be really, really helpful. Yes. It's a muscle that you have to stretch, right? Just like in an actual garden. Wow, I'm going to beat this metaphor to death. Just like in an actual garden, when you're a new gardener, you might not recognize all of the weeds. As everything starts to poke through the soil, you might not always know what is a weed and what isn't. So sometimes you might pull the wrong thing, right? Or you might not pull something that needs to get pulled. So it can be really tricky. But the better you get at it, the more you do it, the more you watch the results, the more you learn, the more you start to really recognize, no, that's a weed. I'm getting that shit out of there. And you just get better at it. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Ooh. Wynn has had a candle burning for the past 2 days with the intention to continue to remove the toxic impact of certain people in my life because this is a super moon. I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh. See, there are studies. I love that you guys, I love this community too. I love my friends. I love y'all. Y'all are fabulous. Y'all are fabulous. You really, really are, because I said, hey, somebody needs to do a study, and you all went out and found the studies. Totally had my back on this. It makes me really happy. Thank you so much, because I'm going to read all of those. I really yay. It also makes me feel less like a weirdo. So, yeah, this is amazing. I am past my time that I set for myself, my little schedule for today. So I'm going to get going, but I wanted to let you guys know a few things. 1, it is not your fault. Your kids really are being an asshole right now. 2, today is a really good time to stop and think about the things that you can just let go. What can you Elsa out of your life? Yeah. 3, if you need help with any of that, if you need support with any of that, if you need a place where you can come and set your intention that, hey, this is the shit that I'm letting go. Somebody have my back on this. We will do that in the Mom Center. It is one of the things that we are here to do. Is just to help mothers be more themselves and turn more into themselves. So if you want to join us, we would love to have you. And we're having a full moon discussion in there right now. So that is all the stuff. That's all I got for y'all today. Sarah, go get that dog. I think you're feeling very, very sick and you can't work today. And so now you need to go get that dog. And then spam me with pictures. Everybody else, take really good care of yourselves. And I will see you next Wednesday at 9 a.m. Bye, y'all. Mwah.